Welcome to New York Giants Full Access. What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. And Giants are 5-1, looking good on the season. And was looking around the little platforms and I came across Mr. Stephen A. Smith still putting out Daniel Jones slander after his game against the Ravens, going for 2 touchdowns, 177 yards, 19-27, helping the Giants go to 5-1 on the season by beating the Baltimore Ravens. And I believe he actually outplayed Lamar Jackson in that game, definitely in the clutch. But you guys like these reactions, so go ahead and give you another one. Let's listen to Mr. Stephen A. Smith. Shout out to, Rex Ryan. But him and Stephen A. Smith go back and forth, so let's listen to what these guys have to say. You know, I'm a comment.
Well, I don't think either one of them.
I got a better question for you, Coach. Here's the deal. Am I right when I say, when we look at Daniel Jones, we're saying, please don't mess this up? When we're looking at Kirk Cousins, we're saying, you gonna show us or not? Well, are you going to show it to us?
I think
in other words, we expect more from Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Well, I think that's safe to say right now.
Yeah, that's safe to say right now. I agree with Rex.
But Daniel Jones, he finally has a coach that understands his strengths.
That's playing his game, right.
Look, how many guys are going in there without your 3 top receivers? Right. You don't have Kenny Galladay. Okay, we get it was a mistake, but Kenny Galladay.
When he was there,
Kadarius Toney probably lives in the doghouse or whatever. And Shepard, as you mentioned, is out. But and so he still does something. And what's he do? He says, you know what? We're going to get him on the move. All right? We always say it, inside, why anybody lets him run bootleg to his left all the time, in the red zone, but it's every single week. But they're using his mobility, and they're running quarterback leads. They're doing all this stuff. Why? Because this guy's a physical talent. Daniel Jones is a physical talent. He finally has a coach.
That he is.
That is bringing out the best of him. Right. I expect Daniel Jones to do this.
Right. Because they're playing him like you're saying they should be playing Aaron Rodgers, which blows my mind. They're playing Daniel Jones this way. Run the ball. We're only going to ask you to make a few throws in a game. Sure. That's great for Daniel Jones. Not so great for Aaron Rodgers.
And you have to use him that way because we don't have the talent at receiver that these other top quarterbacks have out there on the field, which is the very smart thing to do. Why would you ask Daniel Jones to go out there and throw the ball all over the yard with receivers that are not capable of allowing you to throw the ball all over the field? I don't get it. Smart coaching. Shout out to Brian Daboll and Kafka.
I think Daniel Jones is much more than people give him credit for.
I think
when I said it when he got drafted. I'm just telling you.
Hold on.
I think he is.
Hold on.
All right.
No, you didn't say that on national television.
I did.
He said it.
Let me ask you this question. Now, as somebody, because I know what a great football mind you are, and I know that quarterbacks like Daniel Jones has compromised the success that.
Remember, this guy Rex Ryan went to back-to-back AFC championships with Mark Sanchez. Let that sink in. He went to back-to-back AFC championships against Mark Sanchez. Unfortunately, they lost to the Colts and they lost to the Steelers, which they had leads in both those games and actually should have beat the Colts, most definitely. They had Braylon Edwards and I believe Santonio Holmes out there with Mark Sanchez in a good running game, and I believe it was Thomas Jones, and I forgot the other game, Lamont Jordan, I believe that was his name. They ran the ball, played great defense, and told Mark Sanchez, don't screw up the game. That's exactly how they played and got to 2 back-to-back AFC championship games. beat Tom Brady, beat Peyton Manning in both those times going to the AFC Championship games.
You could have had. And you going to sit here with a straight face and tell us that Daniel Jones, who resembles the Geno Smiths of the world back in the day and others, you going to tell us that Daniel Jones?
He's way better than what Geno Smith was. But you see what Geno Smith is doing when he actually has a little bit of talent around him. He's actually playing pretty decent over there with the Seahawks with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Some of the best talent he's actually had around him. He's actually putting up some stats. Just saying.
That's what you're going to say?
I'm going to say this. Too. I'm the same guy that said Josh Allen was clearly the best guy in his draft class. And I said Baker Mayfield is overrated as hell. Do you guys want?
Yeah, he did say that. He did say that.
Remember I said that? And I also said Daniel Jones would be the second quarterback drafted when he came out ahead of this guy, this Haskins, that everybody raved about, that I knew would struggle in the National Football League. The reason I'm basing...
I said same thing. Rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins, though.
I know it, and I shouldn't have said it, but I'll say this. I only base it on 30 years coaching, okay, and being around this game all my life. Daniel Jones is a special talent. I'm not saying he's there yet. But with Brian Daboll, I think he's going to go like this. I truly believe it.
Wow, I was not expecting
I'm not going to lie to you, Coach. I look at that and I say to myself, if Daniel Jones don't step up this year, he ain't going to be the quarterback there next year with Brian Daboll. And that's what I feel from it.
That's a true statement. I have faith in Brian Daboll as a quarterback developer that this man is going to go like this, guys. And at the end of the year, the Giants will sign Daniel Jones back.
Okay, wait.
Wow, so Rex Ryan, a 30-year NFL head coach, speaking some of the same sentiments that Big Pat Sports Talk of the Big Blue Crew are stating. But a lot of you guys are stating some of the same things that Stephen A. Smith is stating. He's saying that he was like the Geno Smiths, even though Geno Smith, I ain't gonna say that he's balling, but he's playing pretty well over there with the Seahawks. He has the Seahawks at a 3-3 record. And with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, some of the best talent that he's had around him since he's been a quarterback. And Geno Smith looks totally different. He's had a resurgence when you put some talent around him. Things happen when you put talent around these guys and with good coaching. Geno Smith looks like a totally different quarterback. Daniel Jones, in my opinion, looks like a totally different quarterback. He's not making the mistakes that the media wants him to make so they can continue their narrative about him. So the only reason why I made this video, Rex Ryan saying some of the same things that I've been saying. I picked Daniel Jones over Dwayne Haskins. God rest his soul. May he rest in peace. Sad thing that happened to Haskins. Not bashing Haskins at all. I'm not that type of person. But I did pick Daniel Jones over Dwayne Haskins. Remember, this guy took Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez, the back-to-back AFC championship games. With some of the same formula that we're doing right here with the Giants. Great defense, great running game. But I believe Daniel Jones has the talent to elevate his game further than what a Mark Sanchez or anybody like that, because you've seen it. You can see it. You can deny it all you want to, but you've seen it. But, hey.
30 years, which team would go farther in the playoffs? I know you say neither, but they are going. If they both teams got in the playoffs,
they're both going to get whacked in the first round, probably. I'm just saying, they don't look like a team that's going to advance in the playoffs yet.
Yeah.
Why? The Giants have not had time to build that yet.
Possibly, you don't think.
But they're already over-delivering. The Giants are over-delivering for sure, even if they don't make a run in the playoffs.
Let me throw Mike Kafka's name in this, who's their offensive coordinator, because they're as creative on offense as anybody right now, really, in the NFC. I think what Daboll, I agree with your point with Daniel Jones. He's building it to his strengths. I have believed that he's just not exposing him to his weaknesses.
Well, that's
part of it. They've committed to protecting him. I will tell you this. The reason why I will say the Giants today, and I think that the Giants have a better chance in the playoffs if it gets to that, they're better on both the offensive and defensive line.
They got to leave it there.
When's the last time?
All right, so Dan Orlovsky puts his 2 cents in and says that he think the Giants could go a little further in the playoffs than the Minnesota Vikings if they both were in the playoffs today, and I think so. I believe the Giants are the team that you do not want to play in the playoffs. If it would happen today, they run the ball very well, they don't make mistakes, and they play very good defense. And they're always going to be in the game, and they keep your explosive offense off the field. That's a recipe for success in no matter what era of football you're playing in. No matter what era of football you're playing, you always have those 1 to 2 to 3 teams in the playoffs that are extremely well coached and extremely well on defense and can run the ball, and those teams always find themselves right there in the thick of things. And I believe this is what this team can actually build themselves to be. But the thing is, I believe Daniel Jones can elevate his play to be almost a top 10 quarterback in this league. Call me crazy, call me stupid, call me whatever you want to call me. But that narrative about Daniel Jones just being poo, trash, and the Giants are winning in spite of him is not true. But that just goes to show you what the media is going to continue to push about Daniel Jones. And I hope Daniel Jones continues to build his momentum on this season and get this Giants another victory next week. 6-1 right here on Monday. You heard it here. 6-1 versus the Jaguars. We're going to take down your next supervillain, and that's Prince Charming over there with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So that's what Stephen A. Smith and Rex Ryan had to say about Daniel Jones going forward in this season. Are the Giants a legit contender at 5-1? Yes, they are. And we're a team that a lot of teams are not going to want to play in the playoffs. Letting you know here. But that's been a video today. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that big blue join button. If you want to support the channel and talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk and join the Big Blue crew. And shout out to Big Blue Lou, 11-6. Giants going 11-6. We're halfway there, baby. Let's get it. But until the next New York Giants full access, peace. This is a Big Blue Crew production.